Hey everybody, today is Sunday, December 1st, and I just wanted to give an update on the garden. Um, Over the last few days, we've had some crazy, crazy weather. And if you don't know already, I live in Southern California in the high desert, and our weather has just been crazy. It started on, what was it? Tuesday, I think. We had high winds. Wednesday, high winds. Everything was blown everywhere. People's fences was blown over, and a lot of stuff in my yard was blown all over the place. And I haven't cleaned up anything yet, because then after that, Wednesday we had rain hit and a storm came through, and it was just crazy. And then Thursday, Thanksgiving, we had snow, and it lasted all day. It snowed all day and beautiful. And I got video of that, which you will see on here. I just wanted to show you what my garden, how it looks now. I have some things growing in this bed since I've put it together, and as you can see, there's like onions coming up. I got onions coming up here. And I have other onions that have been, they were already on this bed for, that's right down here at the end, on this end too, right down here, that was already established. There's some other things that I have planted in here, like garlic, and I planted some cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, and there's some that you can see through here. It's hard to see, but there's some that is popping up through the leaves, like these ones right here. And on this other row, there's that one right there. So there's things popping up. It's just not tall right now for it to be noticeable, but, and then I have some onions in this one that I planted. And then also, I don't know if this is a weed or if this is the start to, there's another one right here too. They might be the start to the Brussels sprouts that I planted in here. So we'll see. All my wheelbarrows are full of water from the weather that we've had. In this bed I have onions. I've got onions growing. I've got garlic growing, which is nice. There's chard growing, Swiss chard and rainbow chard that's growing in here. And it's actually coming up. It's just hard to see because it's coming up through the pine needles. And these garlics over here, these are elephant garlic, and so but they're taking off pretty good. I got these from the grocery store, and so far I've got quite a few of them coming up. So hopefully the other ones will start popping out too. I see some growth in this one right here coming up finally. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I've got more broccoli and stuff planted in this bed. And then I noticed I got a little present left here, if you want to call it a present. I don't know, it's not a gift to me. Right there, if you can see that right there, I believe that's raccoon poop. Wednesday night, the raccoon came and ate one of my chickens, and I didn't even realize that it did that. I didn't realize it until later on Thanksgiving Day, and I look and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a body. And so I thought, okay, it got me for one. Then the raccoon came back on Thanksgiving night, got another of my hens. And so I went from having 13 hens, I'm down to 8 because of this raccoon. I got rid of one raccoon. If you remember on a previous video, I had trapped one and it got relocated by animal control, but I got to get rid of this one because this one is continuing to rain a horror that on my chickens, pulling them right off of their roost, right out of their coop at night. So these were the beans that I planted, and these two has sprouted, and then we have the snow, and now they look just miserable, and I don't know if they'll pull through. But there's more cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower planted in this one. And I have some onion seeds planted also in 2 rows right here. These 2 rows right here. And so I don't expect those to really start making an appearance until spring. That's what they did last year. So, and then I have some kale, red Russian kale, that I have planted in this container here. And then my snap peas, my sugar snaps. And this one suffered some damage from the wind. It got blown over. And then I have little Marvel peas growing right here. And then cilantro coming up right here. Cilantro coming up in this one. And so always somebody want to drive by in a loud vehicle or airplane want to fly over right when I'm videotaping. Anyways, let's see what else is there. My pomegranate tree, I already harvested all the pomegranates off of it, so now I'm just waiting for all the leaves to fall off, and then I'll prune it back. I got a couple of carrots. Oh, my other little carrot seeds that I planted in here are starting to pop out. Well, that's good. So I'll have some carrots sown out of here. That's good. I planted some more potatoes in this container here, but I don't see anything as of yet. It don't mean that it won't happen. It's just it's too soon. So my other potato plants that was thriving in here got damaged by the weather that we've had, so I don't know if they'll make a comeback or not. Yes, we shall see. I started taking these beans out, picking these beans, and I got these in the bag here and managed to keep those from getting wet, but I got all of these over here and down here that I need to still pick, and now they're all wet and moist from the weather, so I gotta let them dry out again. I'll probably pick them off and then put them somewhere where they can dry. But yeah, the wind managed to get the rest of the leaves off of my peach tree here, and the wind managed to get the rest of the leaves off of this peach tree here. This one's completely bare. I do have some tomatoes still that are ripening, even though we've had a lot of snow. They're still ripening and stuff. So this pepper plant has had it. It's a jalapeno pepper. It's done. It's not gonna, there's not much more it can do. And this tomato plant is done because all the nice growth that it was starting to put on again, the snow saw to it being damaged. So as those tomatoes ripen, I'll just pull those off, and eventually I'll pull that plant out. So yeah, I have carrots in here. This is a tomato. This is a tomato. Anyways, I have carrots still all down in here. So I gotta figure out something to do to use those up. And yeah, one of my trellis right here was up against this wall back here. The wind blew it over, but all my leeks and stuff are doing just fine, even with all the snow and ice we've had. And that snow lasted for a few days. I mean, I could walk around in my neighborhood and still see a little bit of snow traces here and there, and it's already been 3 days. So I took this tomato plant is Oh, and it started to, I had a tomato coming up. Dang it, and then the weather. And then the weather. I was waiting for a tomato to come up because some people were saying, if you get a tomato on that plant, you might want to, save the seeds because this plant has endured freezing temps in the 20s. It's endured snow now. That's a shame. I finally got fruit growing, and then this snow happened. And so, well, I guess if the plant pulls through, it doesn't look too bad. For it to have gone through all that snow and freezing temps, it's just been back to back to back in the 20s all week and weekend. So it doesn't look too bad considering. Now my pepper plants, on the other hand, they don't look so great. I mean, they're still alive. But I took all the peppers off of here except for the ones that were too small, like that one is too small. So I took all the viable ones off. And yeah, I guess they don't look too bad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in the days to come, if they rebound or not. We shall see. And my kitty, he loves being in this garden, that baby. Right now he's running from my daughter. She's chasing him all over the place here. But and she always chasing my poor baby, and he'll come hollering to me, telling on her. So these are the fruitless mulberries that I'll be giving to a friend of mine, that rebound from me transplanting them. And they withstood, these hibiscus actually withstood the snow too. The snow was all piled up on these guys and on my fig right here, and it made it through all that snow too and freeze that we had. And here's some more tomatoes. This plant is not doing so bad. I don't know, we'll see. He's got fruit on him. The fruit still looks okay, but we'll see what happens. And then my lemon. Yeah, so pretty much that's everything on this side of the yard. And these guys were so pretty. I'll put a photo of these nasturtiums, how they looked prior to the weather that we had. They were doing so well. There's just some of the stuff that got blown around out here. So I'm down to 8 chickens. Just 8. My daughter chasing the cat. That poor kitty, he don't stand a chance. I guess that's what happens when you're soft and furry and cute. You just don't stand a chance. So, let me see. Let me walk down here. I set this trap and I don't know if I'm gonna try and make sure it's not seen, but I put the body of my last hen, the latest casualty, in that trap so that if the raccoon comes back, and then I sprinkled the stuff down inside the coop. It's like a peppery something. And I don't know if it's working or not. I checked my video on my camera system outside here to make sure if If I see the raccoon and it comes and all my chickens are still alive, then I guess that stuff worked. But if it comes and gets another chicken, then I know that stuff didn't work. And the lady said I could take it back and get my money back if it doesn't work. So we'll see. These are my potatoes. As you can see, I got a little frostbitten, but some of the other leaves are good. And on this one too, it's a little dark right here, but there's still some good leaves on it. So I think they did okay. This one is a purple one. The leaves is all nasty, but I think it'll rebound. And I didn't even see that one. That one just started popping out over the last couple of days. And then of course these potatoes. And then in this bed right here with all the straw, I have potatoes planted. I don't know what's gonna come up out of there, because I don't know if you can see it on the video, but right in here, right in there is where Tiger likes to lay down. And so it's all compressed in that area. And I try and shoo him out of my garden beds, but what can I do? I mean, he gets all the mice for me. He caught a mouse and left it at my back bedroom door. And so, you know, he does a lot for me. He catches all the lizards and stuff too. So the wind blew this right here, the dog crate that my dog doesn't even like to use when she's outside and stuff. I have put it out here for her. Not that she stays outside. She's an indoor dog, but sometimes I'm outside working in the rain or whatever, and I have her out with me, and she can take shelter in there, but she won't do it. She won't get in that thing at all. Not even to go someplace, she won't. So I don't force her. But the wind blew that from on the other side of the yard all the way over here. So it was interesting out here smoking my Thanksgiving turkey while the snow was going on. All in all, it was a nice day. I hope you guys had a nice holiday as well, and I hope that you've had good weather. And if not, if you've had snow, I know for me, snow is just really thrilling because we don't get it very often here in the desert. And when we do, it's just beautiful and glorious and everything. But I know some of you might be in states where it snows regularly for the winter, and you're probably tired of the snow as soon as the first flake drops. But, you know, I just tend to be grateful in all circumstances, right? Being thankful and giving thanks to God for it. And so I was really thankful. We had nice cuddle weather. I was able to sit down with some coffee and with the fireplace going and just watch movies and enjoy my family and my kids. And so I hope it was a good experience for you too. I thank you for watching and being a part of my little humble garden here. As always, God bless.